You wake up gasping for air, your body soaked in sweat. You've never faced a loop where victory and defeat were balanced so finely on a knife's edge. You still remember the rest of the companions falling, and that brave king, the leper, standing alone against the sigh, and with what might have been his dying breath, striking it down and defeating it. That was intense. But you woke up alone again in a wagon. There's only one path forward. You have to face it again. Change is possible, it seems, but if this horror is what you're facing already, what further madness awaits you in the future? Best to put it out of your mind, though. The cheery light of the crossroads reminds you that there are companions who can help you. And perhaps this time something will be different. That's the only hope you have, after all. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Oren, and we are back in Darkest Dungeon 2. And we're going to be taking out a bit of an interesting formation today. So, first of all, part of my intent for this formation was I wanted to take out the Runaway and the Jester. And that's because I haven't really used either character recently. So first up, the Runaway, Bonnie, is an apprentice with Run and Hide mastered. Now this isn't typically considered a very good skill, but I think it actually has a place here. And we're going to put her in the front rank, which means we can ditch Firefly and bring in Dragonfly. And I think we ditch Hearthlight and put in Cauterize. And probably leave it like this for now. And then Saramenti in the third rank is a soloist, which is very interesting. Plus 33% damage, plus 33% bleed chance, bleed causing skills 10% crit, but minus 33% max HP, minus 3 speed. That is a lot. So this is definitely going to be a high risk, high reward formation. But here, I'm actually kind of good having him in the back here. And we want to put in Harvest and Slice. We want to leave in Harvest and Slice Off. And I think we kind of want to have Encore as well. So let's think. So Harvest and Slice Off are only usable from the middle. So we need to be able to dance back and forward. But I kind of want to incorporate... want to incorporate Encore as well. Maybe we ditch Harvest for Encore for right now. Because the thing about Harvest is on the Seething Sigh at least, Harvest is only going to hit the middle body, which Slice Off does too and does better. So Encore has a bit of value there. So maybe we do something like this. But yeah, so then I need to fill in the rest of the formation. First of all, we'll bring out the Occultist again, Alhazred as a Wanderer, so he has nothing of note. And since Saramenti has Razor's Wit, we could look at using Binding Shadows, but I think we kind of need to just be content with Saramenti being in the back rank. And I think what we do is we set him up like this, which again means he really doesn't hit the front two ranks very well. But unfortunately, it's just the way his kit works. There aren't a lot of good ways for him to hit the front rank unless we want to bring in like a Malediction, which maybe we do. Maybe we do. Maybe we'll give Malediction a chance. That seems kind of crazy when Burning Stars exists, but we'll put in Malediction. We'll give that a shot. We're still gonna have to Chaotic Offering for our stuff, but that'll have to do. And he is a Daredevil and a Braggart. Saramenti was Natural Eye, which is basically useless on him because all of his stuff is melee that does damage. And he's Light Sensitive, which is not our favorite. And finally, to round out the formation, Boudica the Hellion, who is a Berserker. Minus 33% max HP, so two of our characters have massive decreases to their HP pool. But also plus 33% bleed chance and bleed causing skills 10% crit. So this is where I wanted to get real interesting. So what I want to do is I want to make a much better use of Bleed Out and If It Bleeds. And try to stay away from Howling End as much as possible. Now, do I want to have Iron Swan? No, because I think Bleed Out, if it bleeds, Iron Swan is plenty, and then we want to have these two skills. And we can actually stay away from Raucous Revelry, because we do have the Jester, who can Inspiring Tune. So I think this is going to be the play for now. Maybe we ditch Iron Swan. The problem is we don't hit the 4th rank very well. But she is a Shroud Scrounger, but has a Lazy Eye, which super doesn't matter. And yeah, this is the formation Powder Keg. Now, let me go on record as we dive in and talk about this formation in a meta sense. I don't know how well this is going to do against the Psy. Minus 33 max HP on 2 characters means we are going to be hitting Death's Door very quickly. I mean, we look at the Jester, he has 19 HP, Boudica has 26. So both of them are extremely fragile. But it might be fun. So thinking about this formation in a macro or meta sense, first of all, dear Lord above, do we have a lot of bleed action. Sarmenti and Boudica are the two best bleed heroes. So I think having both of them, we're going to be doing a lot of bleed, which makes the Shroud very interesting for the bleed trinkets, and also the Beck and Call from the Leviathan, quite powerful if we can get it. The problem is I don't know how well this formation's going to do against the Leviathan without a ton of movement resistance help. From a healing standpoint, we have Cauterize from Bonnie, and we have Word Reconstruction, so we have plenty of healing, and Boudica self-healing herself, so quite a bit of healing coming in. And then Stress Healing, we have Boudica in theory when we want to have her in. And then the Jester for Spike Stress Healing. So, I mean, good stress healing, good access to both AoE and Spike Stress Healing. Very high damage output, especially with bleeds, which is an interesting formation. This much more than Blood Train feels like the bleed comp. And then we also have quite a bit of burn, which is interesting. So we'll have to see how it goes. Like I said, I think this formation, it may get undone by the hero paths, just because there is so much like AoE damage, especially in the Seething side, that I don't know if this formation can survive it, basically. But, let's get started. Get Dragonfly going. I mean, this is already shaping up to be a winning formation, good lord. And all you can do is nothing, so we'll just pop you around here. Well, that was a round 1 victory. So against 2 Lost Souls, we're good. Don't know how relevant that's going to be, but it's a nice idea in theory. Excuse me. But yeah, so overall, this seems like a very fun formation to try with the Shroud trinkets. I just don't know if it deals with the Psy, because we are down so much HP. Like, Sarmenti is going to be getting one-shot by the Psy. Or, like, any deep breath of the Psy. So we're definitely going to have to... I mean, immediately we're going to have to get his HP up and Boudica's HP up. Probably need to heal Boudica. Just spend all our items here. Well, that was a very bad set of playing cards. Sarmenti and Alhazred are close. Sarmenti's doing good with folks. So let's get our Provisioner. Songbook of Amorous Ballads. I mean, that's pretty much a snap buy. And I think that'll have to be good enough. Who was it Sarmenti was closest to? Alhazred. Okay, let's see if we can get the relationship here. Yes! There we go. That's a good start. Get a good relationship tick off the bat. So that's quite good. Now Mastery. This is where it gets interesting. So Malediction is an option. So is Chaotic Offering. There's always Inspiring Tune, which is quite good. Could also do something like If It Bleeds and ramp it, or Bleed Out for quite a bit of gain. But I actually think we're going to upgrade first is Dragonfly, because look at how much burn we gain. We go from 2 to 4. We're generating more combo points, and we're going to be using Dragonfly quite a bit. So I think Dragonfly gets the upgrade here. We slot in our storage trunk, get rid of our Infernal Flame. And all right, where we had... So Scalded Skull, if flame less than 40, so that's probably not going to cut it. Win a Cultist battle. Plus 10% chance positive banter. 2 mastery points. We could go into the Shroud, but if I go into the Shroud, I want to face the Leviathan. And this formation as it stands is just going to get obliterated by the Leviathan, I think. I don't think it's going to do well. Particularly since we don't hit the 4th rank very well. Or the 3rd and 4th rank very well. So I think we head into the Sluice. I think we try to get some early free ramping. And we go from there. So thank you all for watching. This is Powder Keg. And we've got some interesting hero paths making for quite a dangerous, high-risk, high-reward formation. So tune in next time to see how it goes in the Sluice. Until then, see ya.